Okay, good morning, members of the media. This morning, the briefing is on the tropical cyclone Ula, which is just very close to the Takema and Kambara Islands. So we'll just go ahead with this briefing this morning. A storm warning remains in force for Fulanga, Ongea, Votoa, and Onilau. A gale warning also remains in force for Kambara, Namuka, Mode, Oniata, Matuku, Totoya, and Komo. A strong wind warning remains in force for the rest of Lau Group, Eastern Viti Levu, Lamai Viti Group, Kandavu, Taviuni, and the nearby smaller islands and Eastern Vanua Levu. At 6 a.m. this morning, severe tropical cyclone Ula, a Category 3 system, was located near 19.1 south and 177.5 west, or about 155 kilometers east of Kambara, or about 215 kilometers northeast of Onilau. Tropical cyclone Ula continues to move west-southwest at about 15 knots and is expected to intensify further. Close to its center, the cyclone is expected to have average winds of 150 kilometers per hour and momentary gusts to 205 kilometers per hour. On this track, the cyclone is expected to be located about 95 kilometers southeast of Kambara, or about 140 kilometers northeast of Onilau at 12 noon today. Destructive winds will begin several hours before the cyclone center passes nearby or it's even overhead. For Fulanga, Ongea, Batoa, and Onilau, destructive storm force winds with average speeds of 95 kilometers per hour and momentary gusts to 140 kilometers per hour. Periods of heavy rain will come by with squally thunderstorms, damaging heavy swells with sea flooding of low-lying areas are expected. For Kambara, Namuka, Mode, Oniata, Matuku, Totoya, and Komo, damaging gale force winds with speeds of 75 kilometers per hour and momentary gusts of 100 kilometers per hour. Periods of heavy rain and squally thunderstorms, damaging swells with sea flooding of low-lying areas also expected in these areas. For the rest of Fiji Group, Viti Levu, Lomai Viti Group, Kandavu, Taviuni, the nearby smaller islands, and the Eastern Vanua Levu, strong southeast to southwest winds with average wind speeds of 45 kilometers per hour and gusting to 65 kilometers per hour is expected. Occasional rain, heavy at times. For the rest of Fiji, moderate to fresh, west to southwest winds, gusty at times, and occasional rain, heavy at times. This is especially for the mariners, for low waters and southern Coral Sea. Expect winds of hurricane force winds and phenomenal seas within 15 nautical miles of the center. Storm force winds and very high seas out to about 35 nautical miles from the center. Gale force and high seas out to about 60 nautical miles in northern semicircle and 100 nautical miles in southern semicircle from the center, damaging heavy swells. For the rest of Fiji waters, west to southwest winds 20 to 30 knots with gusts to 45 knots. Rough to very rough seas, moderate to heavy swells.